Pat and Jack are staples with our offense. They've started for 4 years. They've been here going on 5 years now. Those guys deserve to be here. You know, they've played a lot of ball. You know, the rest of our team are old and new or young and new, you know, so you know, I feel good about, you know, a lot of the young kids that we have coming into the program and some of the transfers that we've got that have veteran experience. There ain't two people on offense more deserving to be here than Jack and Pat. You know, so those guys are loyal. You know, those guys been through some things and excited about their last year at the University of Houston.
Coach, college gambling among college athletes has kind of become a bigger and bigger issue this offseason. Is it something that concerns you? And also, how do you go about educating the team about it?
It's a really good question. I think it's something that needs to be addressed. I hope it's not a problem. If you ain't talking to my guys, then it's a problem. But it's never been easier. I understand that, and we're going to have some pretty extensive talks in camp early, maybe even next week, leading into camp, just because it's so easy. I mean, you know, when we was out in Scottsdale, you know, there's a, can't remember the name of the company, but they track sports gambling and how much money is being wagered on basketball games, football games is unimaginable. What's also unimaginable is how they can track where these bets come from. Right here, you know, so, I mean, you can't do it, period. You cannot do it. Now, if you want to go to a casino and play blackjack, have at it. That's not against the rules, as long as you're 21. But placing gambling bets is gonna get you banned and kicked out. It's serious. We're seeing all the NFL stuff, you know, and these are professionals. You know, what about 18 to 22-year-old kids who have more money than they ever have in college? Stipends are up, cost of attendance is up, the Alston money is kicking in, and now we got NIL. So they've had more money than they ever have. What happens with 18 to 22-year-old kids when they have money? You know, sometimes they don't make good decisions. And so it's a good question. It's something that needs to be brought up, and I can promise you that I'm going to have these conversations with our team quickly. Because it's serious, and the number one thing that can get you kicked out real quick is that. So I do think we need to. I do think that we need to. We don't need to ignore it. We need to talk about it, and we need to educate them. That's at least what I'm going to do.
Hey Dana, I apologize if you've been asked this already, but can you?
Hi Don, how you doing?
Good. You all right?
Good.
Can you talk about Mike Leach's just influence on you from the guy that I remember the first day you walked in at Tech when you were 28 years old, I think, to, you know, just kind of what he meant to college football, and you see yourself on the stage today, and Sonny, and, you know, so many guys in this coaching tree and what they've done.
Yeah, you missed about 10 minutes of it earlier. I would talk about him forever. I will, you know, talk about him forever. I would argue that he's had more influence on football than potentially anybody in the history of our game. He left that kind of a legacy, you know. I was glad to hear that Texas Tech is putting him in the Hall of Fame or the Ring of Honor, whatever they're doing. I know Cliff is coming in as well. Sad that he can't be there to be a part of that mending of a relationship, you know, because it's sad how that ended. But you look back at what he did for his 10 years at Tech. I mean, it's pretty remarkable, you know, and did the same thing at Washington State, was doing the same thing at Mississippi State. So, you know, he was a dear friend that I knew for 32 years, and, you know, he's going to be deeply missed.